Tony, and it's Vasos.
None of us would, Colin. Yes, good afternoon. No doubt about the sensation of the 2015 World Championship so far. It's our friend from Sweden, Peter Sajwani, turned up on Saturday afternoon. First match on, he beat Sam Head 3-0. And then in the first round proper, he came up against the top seed, James Wilson. He was blown away in the first set. We thought it could be one of the quickest matches in history, but he hung around. He hit his doubles as the jammy dodger missed his, and here he is in the second round when it's the best of 7 sets. But also no doubt about who starts this match as the heavy favourite. It is, of course, the man they call Kong, Robbie Green, 40 years of age, the 16th seed this year, and his Lakeside record has been getting better and better and better since he arrived in 2010 and lost in round 1. A semi-finalist last year. Who's to say that he won't go at least one better this time round? Many people's favourite for the title, Robbie Green.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First set, first leg is Peter to throw first. Game on.
But it is Peter Sajwani of Sweden with the darts in the opening leg.
And it could be a thriller.
$91.
A good last start. Does sometimes go for the 17s rather than the more traditional 19s. That's the beauty, isn't it, Tony, of the Lakeside World Championship, especially in the later rounds. Sajwani knows what it takes to win on that stage. He's won twice. Robbie Green, of course, has reached the semi-finals. Both players won't be nervous about debuts or anything like that. And matches like this, you think there's a heavy favourite, but the form, as Sajwani showed in the last round, sometimes goes out the window.
Well, Sajwani, to be quite honest, was having fun in his last match.
134.
I think it's Sajwani. I can guarantee you it's Robbie Green.
100.
And Robbie, the number 16 seed. Big man. Lovely character.
60.
Does score heavily, Robbie Green. And is the first to a finish against the darts in this opening leg of the match. That's a good treble.
81.
Well, Robbie
you
on a
require
finish.
167.
Big one, big man. Treble 20 to get us underway.
93. Peter, you require 129.
129. The 19s. Yeah, 57 of them. Yes, double 12. Him that wasn't missing his finishes in the first match.
Robbie, you require 74.
He slowly comes up and meticulously takes the darts out of the board, Sajwani, but Robbie Green now needs 2 8s to make the throw in the first leg of the match.
Robbie Green. Second leg is Robbie to throw first. Game on.
Well, already made the breakers, Robbie.
85.
Peter Sajwani does have his supporters in the crowd. Of course he does. There's a contingent here from Scandinavia, and they're supporting their man. He's also made lots of friends since
85.
Saturday afternoon. And in fact, it's not everyone whose every utterance gets made into a t-shirt. Are we here watching and witnessing and applauding the first maximum of the match? We are.
Well, everybody's standing now. him in the best of order.
45.
Straight back in the red bit. He is such a good scorer when the mood takes him. 2 perfect visits in a row. Shame about the 85 to start the leg, or we'd be getting very excited.
Yeah, 16. Double top. 11 dart finish.
16. Robbie, you require 56.
He likes double top, so I'll go for the 16s. Oh, 8. So 16? No, as I said, he likes double top.
36.
Got plenty of time at the moment.
Sajwani back on 311, 308. Oh, that's better.
123. Robbie, you require 20.
Nicely done, but still not on a finish, so under no pressure at all. Double 4.
12.
Well,
That's
this
his
is the time
problem.
to miss him. This is it. But yes, a heavy scorer, but does sometimes struggle on the doubles. To be honest, the way he scores, he can usually afford 2 or 3 misses.
Yeah, he's been well ahead many times and lost the match.
Robbie, you require 8.
Double 4 though. That's the
That's
one.
game shot in the second round. Robbie Green. Third leg is Peter to throw first. Game on.
So Peter, 2-0 down in legs.
114.
Good done 40 to start this leg. He won't worry about being down early against James Wilson in the first round. Sajwani lost the first leg in record time. I think James Wilson was averaging 111 for the first set, but then missed, was it 18 darts at a double in a row to let Sajwani in, and a player of his quality doesn't need asking twice.
57.
So he won't worry if Robbie Green makes a quick start, which is what he's doing.
Well, I would. Definitely. If I was playing Robbie.
99.
But if he can get into his rhythm,
Those are
Sajwani.
good darts. Those are good darts. Yes, had to be followed in.
Loves it. The crowd love him as well. Look at this.
He doesn't look like a showman, but you know what? He really is. Robbie's done nothing wrong in this leg.
134.
134, 99, 134. Decent leg from Robbie Green. But a
Right.
1-2-4.
The finish is on.
Robbie, you require 134.
1-3-4 for the set. Treble 18 now, can't finish. Oh no, treble 20 is going.
58.
Unusually quiet
Peter, you
visit
require
from Kong.
98.
Pressure on this one then, Tony.
Yep. 98. Double 19, but 6 maybe. Double 14. It does switch around. Yes, he knows what he's doing.
Peter Sajwani.
Curious, but who cares?
Game on.
12 dart leg, and he's on the board.
Good marker.
Oh, he's such a heavy scorer. Already, we're only in the 4th leg of the match, and Robbie Green has hit 3 180s. Sajwani's hit one himself, of course.
He's got the lakeside jumping.
140.
So he started the leg with a maximum, but just falls short of the 20 bed with his first dart here.
100.
Now have a look at Robbie Green here, Tony.
Yeah. Who's in the balance?
42.
Got 180, ton, 221. Taking the lead.
Throwing for the set. Unusual not to get a treble
91.
with the first 2 darts, but the treble 17 ensures a decent finish.
Which is 130.
Sajwani back in the 300s. Not for long.
Oh,
yes! Oh, more of this, please. More of this. 5 in the match so far.
Robbie, you require 130.
Oh, I don't think he's happy with this match, Robbie.
You don't want to make
Get
Kong
it over
mad.
quick.
94. Peter, you require 139.
Now, I wonder if he thinks that Peter Sajwani is celebrating those maximums a little prematurely and a little elaborately and flamboyantly, but he's still on here. Ball for double 16, will he go? Or treble 14 for tops and a 139 to level the set. How about this?
Yeah, that's good.
Yes! What about the celebration? What do you think of that, Robbie?
Well, did you see Robbie there? Look at him as he's walking through. Just turned his head there.
Fifth flag gets Peter to throw first. Game
Oh
on.
dear.
We have a match on, Tony.
It's carried on from where he left off in this first match against the #1 seed.
2 12 dart legs in a row from Peter Sajwani and straight back in the red bit.
100.
Told you he wouldn't worry, going 2 legs down early against Robbie Green, the seeded player, last year's beaten semi-finalist. I wonder what Robbie's thinking.
We may have a champion in our midst. Here he comes, the big man. Yes.
You've got to
They're
respect
up and
that.
down like yo-yos.
His 4th. So Sajwani levelled the match with a 139 checkout. Let's have a look at this celebration.
This is what
Robbie doesn't like this. But he'll have to put up with it. Anyway, his response was a maximum. And he's straight back in the treble 20 on all just the wrong side of the wire.
83.
This is a darts match. And to be fair, every time, and there have been 4 of them, that Robbie Green has hit a maximum, Tony, Peter Sajwani has applauded him.
85.
Just dropping a wee bit short. Not to force it over. Block the bed.
45.
Oh, he had a chance there, Robbie Green, a chance to take command, at least to leave himself a 3-dart finish, but only 45. So Sajwani knows he has 6 darts from 220. He'll be looking for a 140 here.
60.
60's disappointing. Have a look at this, Tony. Yep, you see, every time there's a ton 80 from Kong, the chatterbox, as we're calling him, applauds, which is good to see.
Yes,
59.
like I said, that's part of the sport.
Peter, you require 160.
Okay, 2 treble 20s. And he's capable of doing it, but not after that one.
Will want
60.
at least 100, but
Well,
won't
you
get
require
it.
134.
So we're just seeing a 139. Will we see a 134 for the set?
More than likely. Double.
No, he needed the treble for the double.
126.
But I would say that Robbie Green
Peter, you
is
require 100.
warm favourite to take this set, even though it's Sajwani who's approaching the hockey, and it can be done in 2 darts. Now, I think we've had a wrong call.
Well, we can wait. Not to be corrected.
Treble 20 tops.
20.
Our scoreboard is right.
Robbie coming back now.
Check, the last score from Robbie was 118. Robbie, you require 16.
Yeah, that was the correction.
Yeah,
and
that's game shot.
he was pleased it was 16.
Second set, first lap. It's
Applause
Robbie
again.
First. Game on.
I wonder. I think Robbie has getting a bit cross with Peter Sajwani here, but Peter's loving all of this. He's doing this all in good spirits. He's having the time of his life up on the Lakeside stage, which I have to say is great to see. But Robbie's not enjoying some of the antics. Here we go again. More antics.
This is what he was doing in his first match.
Yeah, this time it was a more muted celebration. In fact, there was none. 180 number 3 from Peter Sajwani. Terrific.
It's another one.
Terrific match, this.
Well, there's a lot about it, isn't it? A lot of things going on other than the darts.
Well, have a look at the averages. Robbie Green, 104, which is sensational. Peter Sajwani, 96 and a bit. Checkout percentages aren't shabby either. 3 out of 8, very nice. 2 out of 4, excellent. It's what it should be about. Second round at Lakeside, placing the quarterfinals up for grabs.
Slip here from Robbie Green, and I don't think this is going to be a very good score either.
58.
No, just a couple of quiet visits, but we haven't seen many of them, which is why the averages are so good. Robbie won that.
Left.
Yep, 82 left, and Robbie won that first set against the darts. So he'll be feeling pretty good about life just now.
100. Robbie, you require 82.
It's the ball. Oh, way off. 19, is it? Yeah. Okay. Just check it. Ball. It's there to be it.
46.
Well, 2 ducks at the bullseye, and he hasn't even hit a
You
half.
require
But
106.
he might not be made to pay, but then again, he really might. Sajwani, who hit a 139 2 legs ago. How do you fancy a 106, Peter? Treble 18 for double 16 now. No, can't be done. Oh, he's cross with himself. He believes.
39.
He might be living the
Robbie,
dream,
you require 36.
but he truly believes that the dream can continue.
Yeah, he was pouncing up and
Yeah,
down there.
that's game shot on the first
Robbie's
time. Robbie Green.
in the double.
Second lap gets Peter to throw first. Game on.
Setting a leg up. The 16th seed. Robbie lost to Tony O'Shea 3-2 on his Lakeside debut in 2010. Then as a seed in 2011 and in 2012. Lost
100.
in the second round. Went one better in 2013, reaching the quarterfinals. And last year lost to Stephen Bunting in the semis. There aren't many who will fancy playing Robbie Green this year.
Well, he's got a good start here. Peter Sajwani, though. 140.
140.
I think they're going to enjoy this.
I think they are, Tony.
I'm sure the viewers will.
100.
And we are too.
Yes.
100. 100.
Terrific scorer. Usually a bit quiet on his doubles. Lost a few games.
36. Robbie, you require 161.
The big one, 161. Could have
65.
finished. No outshot for Peter. Good one left. Prowling. Stalking.
100. Robbie, you require 96.
To take command of the second set. Double 18 he needs. That's an excellent marker.
Yeah,
and that
that's
is
been
an
shot
excellent
in the
dart.
second round.
This is really good. Really good from Kong.
Third luck, it's Robbie to throw first. Game on.
And his finishing, which, as you rightly say, Tony, often lets him down, today has been solid.
100.
He's going to have a good lead if he takes this one. It's a long leg away in 2 sets.
When
41.
Robbie Green is finishing like that, and you know he's going to average 100 or thereabouts, then he's very, very difficult to beat.
100.
There you go, his average just going north of 100 momentarily.
Yes, he's not playing the match.
64.
Here he goes. Look at that.
140.
Could have got another 6 in there. So ton, 140, 161 leads us in the path there for Robbie.
And Sajwani still around 400 required. Does find a treble 20.
83. Robbie, you require 161.
But this is under no pressure whatsoever. He knows he'll be back. He'll probably be back twice. Perhaps he'll go for the bull, or perhaps treble 19. Yeah, treble 19. 2 12s away from a 2-set lead. Remember, it's the first of 4 sets through to the quarterfinals. So he'll only be halfway if he hits this double 12. But again, he has 6 darts at it.
Yeah, that's game shot in the second set. Robbie Green.
Cruising.
Third set, first luck. It's Peter to throw first. Game on.
There's a lot to do now. It's Peter. It's Robin. He's on the prowl.
45.
Unusual to see a 45 visit, to see a 42 unpunished.
125.
Speeding up now with his throw, if you've noticed.
He did that, didn't he, against James Wilson in the last round. He sped up and it worked. It's been a while since we had one of those, so all the fun of the fair.
41.
Taking it over again in this leg. 2 sets up.
140.
140, 180 is a finish of 136.
'81. Robbie, you require 136.
Okay, here we go.
Can't be done, but we'll be back.
96.
And he'll take that.
Can only live in hope. Peter.
Well, Peter's got to do what he did in the last round, which is just stick around and hope that something dramatic
42.
happens to his opponent.
Robbie, you require 14.
Double top. Already leading 2 sets to 0. Go further ahead. It's double top.
And this is for a break.
Yeah, that's game shot in the first line. Robbie Green. Second line, it's Robbie to throw first. Game on.
Well, Robbie Green has been in the second round at Lakeside 4 times before, and every time the score has been 4-1.
100.
Lost 4-1 to Dean Winstanley, lost 4-1 to Wesley Harms, then beat Scott Mitchell 4-1 2 years ago, and last year he was a 4-1 winner over Gary Robson. I think the favourite scoreline right now, though, is probably 4-0. What do you think, Tony?
Well, I'm sure he'll take 4-1.
114.
Just that Peter has not really put the performance in he did against the #1 seed, and I'm sure he'll take advantage of it.
125.
102 average is excellent wherever you are. And his checkout percentage is only improving.
114.
If he carries on throwing like this between now and Sunday evening, it's going to take something spectacular to beat Robbie Green. But having said that, we're only halfway through the second round.
It's all on the day.
Robbie, you require 121.
This match hasn't finished yet.
Well,
shouldn't be talking about Sunday
101.
evening.
Could go for treble 20. Let's wait and see. Can't make his own mind up.
97.
Yes. Double 12, not a bad finish.
Sajwani has not thrown for a double since the first set.
140.
Completely
Robbie,
obliterated in the second
24.
set. And at the moment, the third is only going
Yeah,
one
that's
way.
game shot in the second line. Robbie Green. Third line gets Peter to throw first. Game on.
This is really impressive from Robbie Green.
Yeah, good crowd here.
96.
Full house. That's it, man.
Well, darts and polo, they go together.
Yeah.
96.
A lot of people come here by polo pony, in fact. There's a rack of them tied up outside.
Yes,
And of course we had the Dutch player, Michel van der Horst.
114.
I like it.
And
100.
speaking of people who go to polo, trebles for show, doubles for financial betterment. You'd have to ask my financial advisor.
Okay. Back to the action.
100.
Big Robbie.
Yep.
96 a ton. There's 6 darts.
90.
Sajwani hasn't left the finish.
They're finding some.
95.
Well, the thing is, the way Robbie Green is playing, this is art.
80.
Yeah, good cover shot.
PT requires 70.
Left him a finish, but will he get a throw?
Double 8, he's left.
Yeah, that's game shot on the
Oh,
third line.
yes.
Peter
First
Sajwani.
dot at a double for 6
Fourth line
legs.
gets Robbie to throw first. Game on.
And he hits it. Hasn't had much to celebrate since the 4th leg of the match, Peter Sajwani. But a 70 checkout.
140.
Feels like ages ago he took out 139.
But Robbie's back in the rhythm. 140 to kick off.
Yeah, and he's throwing for the set. He can afford to be
60.
magnanimous now, Robbie Green. I think he was a little annoyed with Peter Sajwani's reactions to his early 180s. But Robbie's let his darts do the talking.
100.
And
He
they've
wants to
been
get it all
shouting
over.
loudly.
Wants to get it all over. 10-10.
No, he's
Yes.
not putting Robbie under any pressure at all in this leg, and he really needs to. Yeah, straight in the treble 17, back up to the 20s probably. Yeah,
91.
he's left to finish. And I tell you what, the way he's playing, you wouldn't be surprised to see Robbie Green take out the daddy of them all.
Yeah, it could be all over now.
Yep, the third set, very much
60.
up for
Robbie,
grabs.
you require 170.
Big finish, big man.
43.
Well, that's the thing when you score as heavily as Robbie Green, and you put your opponent under the pressure that Peter Sajwani's had to operate under.
59.
Then even
Robbie, you
a visit
require
of 43
127.
doesn't really help. He's 150 ahead. Treble 19 leaves the ball. You may as well, Robbie. No, he hasn't.
87.
Yeah, good thinking, Robbie. Double top his favourite. Peter's still on 277. Robbie with 3 darts waiting to hit that
59.
board. Hopefully,
Robbie, you
just
require 40.
it's double top.
Yeah, just came short in the third set. Robbie Green.
3 sets to
Fourth
love.
set, first leg. It's Robbie to throw first. Game on.
Ruth's enjoying this. And why not?
60.
Robbie's averaging over 100. His finishing is excellent. 100 average and a 50% checkout percentage. I tell you what, Tony, there's not a dart player on the planet who wouldn't bite your hand off for that.
Well, I think he's in with a chance this year. It's still a long, long way to go.
60.
Anything can happen. I've seen it through the years.
Yes, an outstanding
59.
performance one day doesn't guarantee an outstanding performance or even an average one the next. And actually, 3 outstanding sets, like Robbie's put in here, doesn't guarantee victory.
60.
Well, look here, he's 3 sets up and he goes 60, 59.
He's not being punished, though. That's the crucial thing.
Oh, he's trying his heart out.
The way he has played in the first 3 sets has, I think, begun to break the spirit of Peter Sajwani.
43.
I say begun to because the way he's been here this week, you wouldn't put it past him to come back and at least win a couple of sets.
Well, in his last match, he was hitting
100.
180s, everything. Couldn't fault him. But today, as I've always said, always on the day. It could
43.
very well be Robbie's. He'll be looking forward to a nice rest after this.
63.
Down to a finish.
119.
Yeah, down to a finish. Once again, Sajwani way back. Since the 4th leg of the match, when he took out 139 to level up the
81.
first set at 2
Robbie,
legs
you
apiece.
require 119.
Peter Sajwani has only had 1 dart at a double. And to be fair to him, he made it.
And 21 the score. Treble 18 the shot.
59.
And no outshot for Peter. Hasn't had many shots at a double.
Yeah, this is the 9th leg since that 139 out in the first set.
100. Robbie,
And when he hit that
requires
139, his checkout percentage was 50%, 2 out of 4. But 9 legs later, it's only 3 out of 5.
Yeah, that's been
because of
solid in the
finishing
first
like that
round.
from Robbie
Robbie
Green.
Green.
Ruth, you can relax, I think.
Second like it's Peter to throw first. Game on.
1 dart at a double, Tony, in 9 legs.
Yeah, I think it's beyond him now, Peter. But I'm sure he'll be coming back.
81.
And he's got, as an overseas player, a lot to offer. The one thing is, for Peter Wilson,
140.
our favourite. I'm sure would have taken this lowest played
140.
today.
Would have been interesting,
100.
wouldn't it, to see how Robbie fared against James Wilson.
I said Peter, it was James.
Peter Wilson's the Olympic gold medal
Correct.
medalist shooter.
125.
There are, I guess, some similarities between the two sports.
140. Peter, you require 155.
140, Tom, 140, but an outshot of 155, which you'll have to get.
$39. Robbie, you require 121.
So 1-2-1 for Robbie Green. Yes. 11 for the bullseye to move a leg away.
96.
Ooh, he says.
Peter,
And
you
he's
require
right.
116.
Right, chance here. Good finish, treble 20. Oh, chance of 25. Coming in for Robbie Green. 9-8 will be the shot.
Yeah, and that's to move a leg away. He's really entertained us,
26.
Peter
Robbie, you
Sajwani,
require 25.
since
Here it is.
1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. But I have a feeling
8-8.
that his lakeside stay is coming to an end. 2 4s for Robbie Green to move a leg away.
Yeah, that's King Charles in the second round. Robbie Green.
And Con has
Third
the
like
darts.
it's Robbie to throw first. Game on.
It's now 1 dart at a double in 10 legs for Peter Sajwani.
100.
Took out 139 in the 4th leg of the match to take us into a deciding leg in the first set, but since then it has been one-way traffic. A 50% checkout percentage for Robbie Green.
40.
Add that to his scoring, averaging just under 100 now, but it's very hard to beat this, really hard. Seasoned
16.
campaigners would have wilted under this sort of pressure.
Well, it's all over, I think, for Peter. Unless he can get a couple more of those.
85.
Be nice to see his arm freed up a little by the scoreboard. He's got nothing to lose now.
Yes. We still love the 180s, don't worry about that. Robbie's supplied it.
There is no let-up from Kong.
68.
An
Robbie, you require
absolutely
161.
dominant performance. And a 1-6-1 finish would crown it. He doesn't need this, but it would be a wonderful way to finish.
97.
Not this time. He'll be back.
Yeah, 308 before that dart. Maybe a 180.
138. Robbie,
Here
you
we go.
require 64.
It's 64. 16. Double 16.
32.
He's still in with it, Peter. Still there.
Peter, you require 170.
Well, these might be the last 3 darts Peter Sajwani throws at Lakeside this year. But he's going to enjoy them. Even Robbie's enjoying this, even Ruth is. And I don't think there's a person at Lakeside, Robbie and Ruth included, who wouldn't like to see Peter Sajwani take out a 170 checkout. Go on, Peter. 2 treble 20s and a bullseye. You've got this. Oh.
I think Robbie's more intense on the double 16, trust me.
45.
Well, he is now.
For that one. Here he comes, the big man. With 3 darts to go. Doesn't need them. Only the one.
Robbie Green.
It's a walkover for Robbie Green, but what a great game.
And what a performance